Hi guys, we've got a really interesting video here today by Joe Fazer. Apparently these are the 20 most unhealthy foods according to science. Pretty sure I've probably eaten all of them. Probably have. Let's
When you
see.
take a bite of food, do you really know what you're eating?
Now, there's been a lot of debate around the world about ultra-processed foods.
Ultra-processed foods.
These substances are addictive and they are all around us.
The answer is no, you don't.
Take this pot noodle, for example. On the back, where the ingredients are, there's about 50 different ingredients, and I don't recognise, even half of them.
You know what? It's probably good to pay more attention to what's actually in your food. Because I'll admit, I look at my food a little bit too simplistic. If you eat too many calories, you're in a calorie surplus. And if you cut your calories, you're in a calorie deficit and you lose weight. I look at my food very simplistically. I look at the energy content mainly and the protein. Maybe it's time I start reading what the actual ingredients are. He's got a point.
I don't know what I'm eating.
So much is being added into our food nowadays, and most of us ask no questions. We just eat it.
Yeah.
Now, the other day, I stumbled across an article with 20 most unhealthy foods on the planet.
Probably all the stuff that I
For the
love.
next 24 hours, I'm going to eat all 20 of these foods. Starting the list off at number 20 is donuts.
I mean, okay. I don't think anyone in this chat thinks that eating donuts regularly or in the long term is good for you. I hope he doesn't say anything devastating about donuts today. I like to have a little treat every now and then. They are a guilty pleasure of mine. One of my biggest ones, actually, apart from ice cream. Please don't ruin life for me, bro.
This is one on the list that I'm definitely a fan of.
It's banging. Oh my God.
Maybe not.
Unfortunately, donuts are just empty calories. They're literally just fat and sugar, and that makes it a problem because you can eat so many of them without feeling full, as I'm about to show you.
Yeah, that's true. They're not really dense with the amount of calories. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. So how many donuts was that? Was that 6 or 9? I didn't see any. I didn't see at the start of the video, but he said he just ate 2,665 calories with whatever was in that box. And that's more than an average person's daily calorie intake. Obviously, if you're a gym junkie and you're active, you could probably get away with that and not eat anything else for the rest of the day. But damn, yeah, they're
That's
not
how
very
easy it is to eat
dense.
donuts. Number 19, and this may come as a shock to you, but it's these fruit juices.
100% fruit juice. 100%
They're
fruit
loaded
and
in
veggie
sugar.
juice.
Unlike the donuts,
Natural and added.
these are marketed as healthy.
Yeah.
Take this, for example, the Green Machine Super Smoothie. Now, this looks healthy, but in reality, it's got 63 grams of sugar
Oh.
in. That's more than double what you're meant to have in a day. At 18, we've got French fries.
Yeah, and look, before we continue, I mean, things like smoothies, for example, when they're being sold at the shop, they push the benefits. Of course, there are things like calcium, protein, and other vitamins and minerals that will benefit you, but it's like almost telling a half-truth, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's got this and this and this and this and this, but they won't tell you what's bad for you in it, you know what I mean? I remember they used to have these Cadbury's commercials, which is the chocolate brand in Australia, back in the 80s. And I remember the parents used to always say, each block has a glass and a half of full cream dairy milk. So it's got calcium and it's actually good for your children. It's like, I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but you get the point. It's a half-truth.
17, sugary cereals. At 16, we've got hot dogs.
I mean, this is all pretty obvious. Apparently hot dog meat's really bad for you.
Coming in at number 15, we've got Twinkies.
These things are so artificial, it's laughable. In fact, a study was done where this teacher put a Twinkie in a box for 43 years. 43 years later, and it had kept its shape.
We eat that, and it lasts this long.
You know, the last time I ate a Twinkie was about a year ago. For those of you who don't know, they're not massively common in Australia. They are imported, but we do have variations. But essentially, it's a sugary sponge cake with sugary preserved cream in the middle. And, dude, they do taste really, really good. But it's one of those foods where when you eat it, you start to hate your life. I know that sounds very exaggerated, and it is, but you know you're putting something in your body that you really shouldn't be, and you do it anyway, even more so than the donuts. So I've always felt very guilty eating Twinkies.
It just tastes like a cake, a very artificial cake.
If they're a regular part of your donut,
In
diet,
14th
probably
place is
not
not salad, but salad dressing. High in calories and
yeah.
saturated fats, this literally defeats the point of having a
Yeah,
salad.
he's right. There's so many like low-calorie options.
13, a personal favourite of mine, fizzy drinks.
See, this one's a non-issue for me though. When I used to manage McDonald's back in 2000, mid-2000s, because I was so broke at the time, the benefit of being a manager was I took advantage of the fact that I had a food allowance every day, so I basically eat every single one of my daily meals at the McDonald's when I was running shift. So I never had to pay for my food, saved on my food bill. Obviously very, very unhealthy. So in the mid-2000s, not getting off track too much, a strategy I undertook was replacing my regular soda for diet soda. So from the mid-2000s onwards, nearly 20 years, I now have an acquired taste for diet soda and actually prefer it. I don't like too much sugar in my drink. So this one's a non-issue for me, thankfully, but I know a lot of people have issues with sodas and they're surprised.
Very little explanation needed for these. They're just pure sugar. Not only f***ing your health, but also f***ing your teeth.
At number 12, we've got processed meats. Now, there was actually a study done on bacon, and they found that every time you eat a slice, it shortens your life by 6 minutes.
At number 11,
I'm not going to have some freaking working
beloved
university
energy
that's a
drinks.
buzzword.
Thank you. At number 10, we've got kebabs.
Okay.
Coming in at number 9, we've got frozen ready
Yeah.
meals like this one here. This packet here contains 7 grams of salt.
and for some context, the daily recommended dose is 6 grams.
Dude, you know what? But like when I was like really, really broke, I was living off $2 frozen lasagnas. Hey, we're talking about the no-name ones that didn't have any box or marketing art or anything. We're talking like the black and white $2 frozen lasagnas. I'd probably like buy 2 of those and eat 2 of those a day, so $4. And hey, I got my calorie count. But yeah, they're just sloppy and nasty. I mean, unless you're on a budget, I don't know why you want to eat these things to begin with. I mean, it's a good memory just to see how far I've come. It doesn't mean I want to go back to eating these damn things.
Well, I don't think it's the most appetizing looking thing. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, they're terrible. You
It's
gotta
not-
get it homemade.
It's not great.
From a
I mean,
real
it's
donut.
okay. I don't understand how people can eat these daily. And the fact this contains 7 grams of salt boggles my mind. There's hardly anything to it.
Number 8, an ice cold pint. A highly addictive drink. Number 8, an ice cold pint. A highly addictive drink containing empty calories. It gets you drunk, which makes you want to drink more, and it also has some more serious effects like
You know what, guys? I absolutely love beer, and it's one of the most heartbreaking things I have to drink less of, especially now here in Thailand. They have a local beer that's really, really cheap that I quite enjoy, actually, called Chung beer. Very popular here. I love it. But now I only drink it on special occasions because, yeah, again, it's just empty calories. I like to have a drink. I have a drink on my show when I stream almost every day, but it's usually like a whiskey or something with like a Coke Zero or something like that, you know what I mean? So, a shame. It's hard to give up beer, but yeah, pointless calories, unfortunately. And it gives
liver
me really
disease,
bad
heart
gas.
disease, high blood pressure, stroke, alcohol poisoning, and more.
Really?
That is cold.
Now the punishment I've done to myself.
Can I get a bacon cheeseburger, please?
Or 17.
At 6, we've got milkshakes.
Okay, you know what? Milkshakes used to also be one of my biggest guilty pleasures. And thick shakes. You know how you'd go to... Oh, geez, I don't know what the equivalent would be in America. I guess I could say somewhere like a Baskin and Robbins. Here would be the Donut King, where you could get those fancy thick shakes. that would have like the candies on tops and everything. Like, I love those things. But now I'll drink one and I can never fully enjoy it because in the middle of drinking it, I'm always like, yeah, I know I shouldn't be doing this.
So coming in at number 5 is a popular American breakfast, Pop-Tarts.
They're not
This is
breakfast,
as
they're
thin as
dessert.
paper and it has almost
They're
200
dessert.
calories in. Hot fudge sundae flavour.
Change your
But what makes this
relationship with
even
food, they're
worse
just
is it
dessert.
has something called Red 40 in, which is such a bad ingredient, it's literally banned in many countries.
Oh, really? They're just dessert. Don't look at
It
those
is
as
so
food.
mid. I don't understand how this is for breakfast, by the way. They've also
Yeah, no,
got
it's
strawberry
dessert.
sensation flavour.
Glorified dessert.
I'm not a fan at all of these.
Frozen pizza? Why would you even do it? I mean,
At
that's a
number
respected
4,
dessert.
we've got frozen pizza. I personally think that is
That
vile.
looks like ass. Dude.
Just tastes like pizza. Ugh.
Yeah, I feel like frozen pizza is the biggest waste of time ever. Now, I grew up with McCain frozen pizza, which tasted pretty nice, but one of the issues with frozen pizza is there's never enough toppings on it. And like this guy just mentioned, they're actually like really bad for you as well, just loaded in empty calories, right? So you're better off like just buying a pizza base and then making your own. I mean, it'll take you an extra 5 minutes and you can put like a lean ham on there, maybe some low-fat cheese and whatever other ingredients. It'll probably have double the toppings and the same amount of calories. I mean, yeah,
Gone
right?
through 17 of the most unhealthy foods on the planet, according to this list. But now we're down to the top 3.
In third place, we've got ice cream. It does look banging.
This little bottle, which only took 5 minutes to eat, has 1,070 calories with 120 grams of sugar.
Yeah, that's really bad for you, and I stay away from ice cream as much as I can. But, you know, if you've had a really, really bad day or a physical day, and you want to have a whole tub of Ben & Jerry's, and you just have one decent meal on the side of that for your day, you're probably going to be okay. I wouldn't recommend doing it on the regular, but let's just say you wake up on a Sunday after a big week of work, and you're like, fuck it, I just need to get some dopamine or whatever. And you go out and get a tub of Ben & Jerry's. Watch that in front of SmackDown or your favourite sporting event and just have a proper meal afterwards. Maybe just cut out breakfast or something. You're probably going to be okay. I actually always thought ice cream was loaded with a lot more calories than what it actually is. Still bad for you, but I don't think it's the end of the world.
Absolutely delicious. Taking the number 2 spot, the second most unhealthy food on the planet, according to this list, deep fried desserts. Now, these are very popular by the sea or at carnivals. Deep
that's
fried
common
Oreos and a deep fried Mars bar. I don't think much explanation is needed as to why these are so unhealthy.
Well, you see, they also get served with ice cream, right? So it's what we call the double whammy. So they're really, really bad for you. But when I go and eat the deep fried Mars bar at the pub or whatever, they usually serve it with a couple scoops of chocolate ice cream, plus whipped cream on the side. So if you think about it, and chocolate sauce on top. So it's like a triple or a quadruple whammy. You're never just going to eat those by themselves without the extra condiments, you know? They are pretty bad. I think that actually does deserve number 2. Based on
It is unreal.
circumstance.
That is unreal.
It does look pretty good.
Oh my god. That is banging, but I would not recommend it. And taking the number 1 spot, according to this list, the most unhealthy food on the planet.
Nacho cheese? Loaded fries.
Loaded fries.
Oh, right.
Deep fried french fries, covered in melted cheese, topped with processed bacon. This, in my opinion, is disgusting. I hate melted cheese, but people love this.
You know what? I'm not surprised, but surprised at the same time. Only surprised at the fact that there's like billions of food items on the planet, slight exaggeration, and this ended up being number 1. But now looking at it, like, look, again, empty calories there, just like deep fried potatoes already carbohydrate. You know, potatoes actually relatively decent for you if you have it by itself because it has a lot of carbs in it but no fat. But the moment you deep fry it, it's game over, right? Just loaded carbs, loaded fat, trans fats usually, and then you put in all that like processed cheese on it. Look how, and bacon bits, and you know what? Fair call. I mean, usually when you're getting a serving of loaded fries, it's not this big, you fat fuck. But yes, I do see your point. Definitely in moderation only. That's a hard way to happen. They load all that shit sometimes on a burger too.
Not for me.
Yeah.
There you go. Most unhealthy food on the planet. Thank you for watching. I'm not eating that.
Yeah, that was a really interesting video, and thank you so much, Joe Fazer. The video's a year old now. It was a pleasure to react to it. Let me know what the most unhealthy food items you've eaten is, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care, everybody.